Hey guys, Vick here, back with another vlog number 52. If, I don't need to show you this, it's not a review. Vlog number 52, if you're counting the vlogs in numerical order. We are back, we're back doing a vlog. 8 reviews, and now a vlog. That's how it works. Not literally how it works in a way. Like, it could be 6, 7, 8 reviews, then a vlog, but a certain amount of time passes, and then there's another vlog, that's for sure. What am I vaping on in this vlog? It's going to be all the things I'm talking about, but I'm kind of vaping on this too. The Smoant Battlestar with the Creus RDTA, probably my favourite RDTA from the cloudier end of things, these modern RDTA, these cotton jennies. I think it's as good as they get, really. It's got that cheetah deck, piece of cake to work with. It's good, it's good, it's good. In there I've got Gluttony from DB Liquids. Up there. So that's what I'm vaping on. Coffee. It's Monday morning. I was away all weekend at a wedding. So no video at the weekend, and now Monday morning vlog time. I'm way behind. Usually I'd be like buzzing on a Monday because I would be all set, but I'm behind. I am behind. So we're just gonna have to play it by ear in so many respects. Okay, so comments from the previous vlog. If you're new to my vlogs, I read out some of the comments from the previous vlog in each vlog. So here we go. The big talk in the last vlog was this the giveaway thing. I'm not doing giveaways anymore. And people sort of worried that I was getting quite upset about about that whole thing. I guess I was getting a bit passionate about it in the chatting of it, but it was more everything else. I'm fine with this no giveaway thing, but that is one of loads of things that I hate about the review scene at the moment. Like, and the list is endless, and one day maybe I'll just blurt out the full list of things that annoy me about vape reviewers, and how I'm quite ashamed to call myself a vape reviewer at the moment. But yeah, so it was more the build-up of everything. I'm not too worried about this giveaway thing because I've already got together like an amazing raffle. I've got like 10. It's a big pile down here, and it's all finding its box, and I've got like 10 mods, 10 atties, loads of little cool accessories and things as well that I've picked up over time. Like this. Look, I got a iKuun 2 from Inokin. Never opened it, and they're really handy, these. But I've already got one. So loads of little silly accessories. So it's going to be a cool raffle, I think, when it happens. A bit hoarse from the vaping and the drinking and the singing to cheesy wedding songs. Excuse me. Okay, so anyway, so that was the main talk. Kaz says, "Oh, Richard, you bless your heart. You seem quite upset at points through this. It never crossed my mind that you were attempting to buy subs with giveaways. You're not that guy, and it's certainly not why I watch your vlogs. If you wanted to go down the raffle route, I'm always up for a good raffle. Don't take to heart what's never in your head. You're one of my favourite reviewers, and one of the very few I have notifications switched on for. Yeah! Notification squad. If you want to know how to do that, you need to press that little bell next to the subscribed thing. It's really handy. It is really handy because my uploads are a bit random, and they really quickly get buried as well. So if I do an upload at 5 o'clock, and you're subscribed to loads of other vape reviewers, like, come up a state, I am way down that list. It's like just past the bottom. So the notification thing is quite a good idea, you know. So well done on that. I have notifications switched on. My first non-tobacco vape was Amaretto. Used to love it with a coffee. Bizarre, really, because I can't stand the drink. I tried an Amaretto vape when it was minging once, but I think it was more the fault of that individual juice company. Madders said, "This lady summed up exactly how I felt hearing this. Never thought you were buying subs. You're rare, honest, and people can genuinely tell." So yeah, so that was that. Yeah, like I say, I'm more annoyed about the whole scene than I am this individual raffle thing. Yes, so that's that. Oh, this is funny. Shuey says, PSA, public service announcement. If you're gonna Google Big's tips, turn safe search on. Lesson learned. Yeah, I can only imagine what a rabbit hole you fell down there, Shuey. Keith Driver says, I think the rules idea would be great. I also think of the reviewers I follow your style would suit that kind of blog really well. That said, you'd probably get a heap of guano for it from all the diehards in their little camps. Yeah, I do really like that idea of doing a setup, how to, like, what matches with what and how to build a vape. You know, if you desperately want a certain tank, that really does mean that certain juices will be perfect for it and certain mods will be ideal for it, and a lot of mods won't and a lot of juices won't. And I really like the idea of that sort of, yeah. I also want to do, and this is not really something I should be doing, but someone should do this from a commercial angle. They should do a decision tree as well. You know, like findmyvape.com or something, right? And it should be a list like decision tree. So, question 1, budget, high, medium, low, and you click your budget, and then it says, are you mouth to lung or lung? And you pick one, and then it says, do you like fancy colours or do you just like stainless steel, traditional look? And you pick one of them, and it goes down. And so you go mid-range, dual cell, 200 watts, lung hitting, blah blah blah. And it says your perfect mod would be like an Vick Primo or something like that. Or I'll give you a list of options, perhaps. I don't know. I think how good is that? How good is that? Not just a hat stand. Daily Walk said, "Well, that vlog was almost a little visit in Richard Vick's head." Hello. Hello mech coil chat made me giggle. That was talking about these. How it only matters if you're doing it on a mech, because otherwise you can just put another volt through it. I'm not saying they're good coils, I'm just saying it don't really matter. Robert Crummell says, I don't think I've ever put in for one of your giveaways. Just like your style and vids. Nick Gargan says, I think the FAQ idea is a good one. Yeah, I really want to do that. Simon Townsend says, great vlog. Your content gets your subs. Bugger the free shit. Yeah. The one thing is true. The one thing from that was very true is you really don't gain subs from doing giveaways. Trust me. Also, even if you did, it would be the wrong kind of subscriber because they wouldn't be there for the right reason. Does that make sense? You really need your people to be watching. If you do something really random, like a rap, and people subscribe to you for the rap, and then you go on and do hundreds of reviews, and they only wanted raps. You know what I mean? Sorry about my throat. Spoiling it a bit, isn't it? Oh, Ian Richardson says 2700 mech squonker, you say. Check out at Squonk on Facebook. So there you go, if people are interested. I've seen a few floating around. I know there's one mod maker on the iOS group that makes them. There we go. Ooh, I've got a squonker coming today. And last one, Inkitatus number 1 said, no more giveaways, unsubscribing immediately, lol. Much better flogging your leftovers for a worthy cause, mate. Good vlog, keep up the good work. Look forward to your next review. Love the Star Trek reference. The Scott in the Shed would approve. There's a new Star Trek Discovery. Star Trek Discovery, Google it. Okay, yeah. So there's a load of comments, but they're all about they're all the same. They're all the same, and we're 10 minutes in. Okay, so. Oh, nips. Hold on. Let's just check. All I'm gonna do for the previously reviewed items is check if I have any corrections. So the Valuna, no, everything's fine about that. The Primo SE, which is here, a lot of people in there saying it's not smaller. It's not smaller than the Primo Mini. I think it is. I think it is. But I gave my Primo Mini to John Martin, who put it in a charity giveaway raffle thing. So I can't prove it. I think it is smaller though, but I don't know. And apparently people have gone on the Joyetech website and they're saying the same dimensions now. Well, it didn't before. So I don't know. It may or may not be. It's really small anyway. So there we go. The Galactic, no, it's not called that. It's called the Galatech from Asmodus. That was this crazy RDA. That's a thing. That's a thing. It's quite. Is it me or is the lighting quite moody today in here? I don't know. That's a thing. The Coral from Lost Vape. Stand by what I said in that. Probably the highest spec pocket mod right now. The Next Era from SVB Mods. That seemed to go down really well. I didn't know if you guys would be into that. But it seemed to go down quite well, that video. I'm quite pleased with that. A really nice bit of kit. Very expensive though, so it will depend on your own personal situation. The Q box. They are what they are. Those things, aren't they? Hopefully that hopefully some smokers see that one and make the purchase. The Pro Core remix from Joyetech. It's really good. It's really good. The RTA mode on that is really, really good. And yeah, the RTA is a bit of a gimmick, but the actual tank is solid. Solid tank. And the Captain PD270. Using this quite a lot, but I don't think it's because of the battery life. I just think it's a good sturdy, high-powered device, isn't it? But that is a good mod. That is a good mod, that Captain PD270. So fair play to iJoy for that one. Okay, so there's nothing major, no major corrections. The Primo SE, it looks like it might be the same size as the Primo Mini. Who knows? Who knows for sure? I'm sure all the other reviewers have still got theirs. They've done a comparison, so I'll just watch another review. New stuff though, a lot of new stuff. This is one of those new things, a new thing to show you. The Wismec Gen, Wismec Relu Gen 3, the Gen 3, another RX doodah, isn't it? Yeah. Comes with this gnome tank. I think it's called the gnome tank. And there's a trick on this tank. If you go to the Wismec Facebook page, there's a trick for this tank. You can pull out like the gubbins on the inside, and it makes the capacity go up. So it's another one of those type things. So yeah, gnome on top. Wismec Gen 3. Might be wondering what's the point? Is it interesting at all? The one thing I would say that has really blown me away about it, I'm really enjoying it, I've got to say. The one thing that's really blown me away about it is the size. Oh, look how much smaller it is than the RX200S. Look. It's way smaller. It's tiny. It's the size of... It's just a tiny bit wider than the others, but it's basically the size of a dual cell. A small dual cell, like Inokin V2-esque. It's tiny. They have literally figured out how to use every single millimeter of space in there. So really, really nice. Really nice screen as well. I've got to say, I'm really, really enjoying this RX. This could be the workhorse, the budget regulated workhorse that everyone should gravitate towards. Who needs one? You know, because you don't need, if you've already got that, you don't need this. But if you need a new workhorse regulated mod, I think this might be a really big seller this year. That's what I'm getting at. Because it really doesn't do anything wrong at all. The one slight thing I have noticed though is, I've got to say actually, I'm not a fan of the fact you can see the batteries through here. That's so random. And there's just so much easier ways of doing the whole like venting thing, or heat dissipation thing. But the one thing. Can you hear that? Is that coming across? It's a right maraca. And I'm not talking about like, and this is never a big negative for me when I say this on a review, but it's not, and it's not even just when you shake it. It's a night. This guy. Yeah, it's the fire button. It's the fire buttons. The fire button's really noisy. But other than that, it's brilliant. This. And this sub tank is solid as well. A really good push action on the top as well. Easy on and off. Some of them are a real grind, like to get off. No, so the Gnome's really good. The RX Gen 3 from Wismec is really good as well. The 510 is okay as well. So don't worry about that too much. I really liking this Gen 3 Wismec. One more cheeky vape. What else have I got to show you? Oh, I should start at the bottom. That would have made it easier to follow. Never mind. I've also got this to show you as well. Look at this. Look at this. That'll go away in a sec. There we go. This is the Cuboid Pro from Joyetech. It's a big old touchscreen. So you've got your whole touchscreen situation going on. Oh, that unlocks it. You've got your different ways you can have your screen. I don't know who he is. Answers on a postcard. But you adjust it all through the screen. All through the screen. It's all touchy. It's got one of those weird fire button things that's not a button. So unnecessary on a mod like this. And then it's got a normal fire button for normal people. Really nice, really nice. However, dual 18650 batteries at the bottom. You know, it's a real fancy thing. It's a real fancy thing, and the touchscreen is superb in terms of its responsiveness and or sensitivity and all that sort of thing. I need to see. Well, I need to try and put a picture on that's not that bloke just to test that out. Because because you can change the pictures. I'm sure you can change the pictures on there. It's got a pedometer as well. I need to test that out. So I need to plug it into a computer. Another reason I need to plug it into a computer is I need to see if there's a firmware update, because I have noticed some firmware niggles. For example, when you turn it back on for the first time in a while, sometimes it just doesn't read your atomizer, so you have to unscrew your atomizer and screw it back on, and that's like a little firmware sort of bug, isn't it? So I need to see if I can update the firmware, and I need to test out and see how it works for things like changing the pictures and all that stuff. I need to test the pedometer, yeah, as well. So yeah, so that's in testing right now. But I've got to say, decent looking, and the actual touchscreen is pretty flawless, to be fair. So there's that. This is from Eleaf. This is the iKuun i80. Tiny, well not tiny, but a small thing from them. It's an 80-watt mod. It comes with a Milo V4. And it's a built-in battery. I spent a little while looking for where the battery goes in, because it's very, very light. Very light. So yeah, so it's an 80-watt thing, built-in battery, big old screen like that. Milo V4 is a very good tank. I've said that before. So it vapes quite nicely as a thing. However, I'm kind of waiting on them a bit on this, because I had a look on their website, and the details aren't up for these yet. So there's this, and there's this one as well, a bigger version. This is the iKunn i200. So these two things, yeah, and so there's no details on the battery, and it doesn't say anything underneath, and I don't know anything about the built-in battery that's in here. What I'm hoping when the details come on the website for this, what I'm hoping is that it's a budget thing, because it's a bit plastic fantastic, and yeah, and I know some people aren't going to be super infused about the built-in battery thing. I'm hoping that the actual point of these is that they're cheap, really cheap, because as a grab and go setup, you know, if you've already got a USB cable, well, it comes in the box anyway, but so you can charge this, you know, just using a wall thing. You don't need a fancy battery charger. It does the wattage, it's the marks, comes with a nice tank. I'm hoping that this is a budget thing, because it's really, really plastic fantastic. It feels like it's a budget thing. So hopefully, if the price is budget, then I actually think this might be quite nice. Certainly a good first mod for someone. And absolutely no problem with the way it vapes, because the Milo V4 is a very good tank. So there's that, and then there's this one. This is the 200 one, different screen. It's got to have a bigger battery in, obviously, and it can do more watts. Obviously, 200 watts. Comes with the Milo V4 again. Looks like a bigger one. Yeah, so this one comes with the 25mm Milo V4, and this looks like the 22mm Milo V4. But again, I don't know the details of the battery, and obviously that's absolutely key to this. So I'm waiting on the Eleaf website a little bit. So yeah, so that's the thing, and I'm hoping that they're budget. I'm hoping that they're a budget thing from Eleaf. And if they are, then cool. If they're expensive, I don't think. If they're expensive, I think there are better things out there. But if they get the price right, like 40 quid for the kit, something like that, that would be very nice indeed. Definite option for someone wanting their first mod, and they don't want to get a battery charger yet, and they just want to try it out, and they want to try sub-ohm and all that. You know, if they're moving from a little pod system or mouth to lung system or something like that, and just want to try one of these fancy mod things, then that would definitely be an attractive price point, because you'd have everything you needed except juice. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Dun 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 dun. Oh, this is what I took to the wedding. It's ruined now. No, it's fine. The actual mod's fine, but the coil's burnt out. This is from Inokin. This is the iTaste Chroma. So this is the second version of the Chroma. The first one was like a built-in tank thing. The slipstream tank sat inside the mod, and nothing else could get in really, because it was like 21.5mm wide, that slipstream, and it snuck in really nice, but nothing else could really get in, and I thought that was a bit of a shame. I thought the design was very nice, so they've kept the design of the mod, but they've now put a proper tank on. This is their new tank. This is their Krios sub-tank, and I'll just tell you right now, this is the best sub-tank they've ever done. In my opinion, it's fantastic. Smooth, cloudy, wicks like a beast, very tasty, really, really nice sub-tank, this Krios tank. Really great tank, in my opinion. And I like this kit. I liked the mod before, but I wanted to use other tanks. Now I can. So they have nailed this, in my opinion. However, there's always a catch, isn't there? This is the non-TPD one, because this tank's got a big old capacity on it. With TPD, so if you're buying in the UK, etc., it comes with a different tank. It comes with... I've probably got it here somewhere. Oh, I don't know. Comes with this. It comes like this if you get the TPD one. Hang on. It comes with one of these little guys. Axiom. So, yeah, so the Axiom from before, this was used in a few mods before. They've updated it though. This is the Axiom M21. Does that say M21? I don't know, but they've updated the coils. The coils look new and improved coils for it. So if you want to get the TPD one, that's the tank you'll get. If you want to get the non-TPD one, because you still can in the UK, you still can. Just buy from abroad, like. So it depends. I'll have to test them both for the review and that, but I can tell you now that I wouldn't hesitate to recommend this kit to someone at all, the non-TPD one, but I haven't had a go on the TPD one yet, so we'll see. So I think that's really good. Again, built-in battery, does that say underneath? 2000 mAh battery built in, and it's really good looking mod, that. A really good looking mod, and now comes with a very nice sub-tank, so that's a cool thing. Still got this to review. Oh, I don't know where I've put it. I've got this to review anyway. The X-Taste Nano. Still got that to review. Don't like the tank, but the mod is very well made indeed. And then the Fusion 2. Oh, I've got this as well. Is this on my list? Oh yeah, Fusion kit. The Fusion kit from Ehpro. Have you seen these around yet? You know what these are? This is a dual 18650 battery mod. Comes with this big RDTA. I say big, it's tall. It's only 2 mil capacity, but it's very tall. What it's got going on this, right? You'll see 2 sets of options here. It has 2 boards in it, and each board powers each side of the tank. So you've got your 2 coils actually running independently. So yeah, so the 2 things are very much twinned together, because it uses a bit of fanciness on the 510 connection to actually read the 2 coils independently and power the 2 coils independently. So you can set you could put a Clapton on one side and a round wire build on the other side. You could set the round wire to 20 watts, the Clapton to 40 watts, and you can vape them differently. They have 2. It's a split tank here, so you can have 2 different juices in here, and you can vape it with a mixture of juice and a mixture of powers. You know, you could put a menthol in one side and a custard in the other, and you could just have the menthol one at 10 watts, you know, just to give you that tiny bit of mintiness, and you could have the other one on full blast. So it's a funny old thing, a bit of a gimmick, let's not lie. For me, I don't want to get into this too much, so I'm quite looking forward to roasting it in the full review, but the tank's really flawed. There's a few issues with this tank. Firstly, the wicks have to go really far down because of the nature of the design of the tank, and that's a bit annoying for an RDTA to be like that. Also, the juice doesn't flow. It's only a 1 mil capacity in each side, so it only lasts like 2 minutes. And also, it doesn't wick great, because you need an RDTA like this. When you tip it to vape, that's when it's wetting your wicks like that, and so you need the juice to really whiz around that tank quite nicely. It needs to be smooth moving, whereas on this one, for whatever reason, because it's also cramped and tight in there, only 1 mil capacity, the juice does not move around in there well enough, and so it doesn't even wick that well, and it only lasts like 10 seconds, you know, with that 2 mil capacity, 1 in each tank and all that stuff. The lights have gone mad. Yeah, so that's that. So the Fusion kit from Ehpro, it's a bit different. Points for originality. Still putting it through its paces. Here's a good tip. If you're going to do the whole mix and mashing of juice thing, pick 2 different coloured juices. It makes it way easier when you're putting juice back in. To work out what side to put them in, I made a right mess. I've put in my putting my juice everywhere with the first one. So That's most of the new stuff. That's most of the new stuff, and we're hitting half an hour now. One other thing to talk about while we have a cheeky vape. Oh, I should say as well, I'm going to put a picture of my new squonker here. It's Monday morning. As soon as I get into the office, I am going to put this battery in. Oh, got this to review as well. This is the Ehpro. The Ehpro RDA from Coil Art. It's a squonky. It's a squonky. It's a Nada-like. I call them Nada-likes. There's loads of RDAs off the back of the Nada that have that Nada style going on. So it's like a single coil. It's got a very narrow channel for the air to go through, hopefully making it quite an intense vape. Yeah, so I've got that. So I'm going to put this in this new mod that I've got sat on my desk. This dripper on top. I'm going to fill it up with some lovely juice. And I'll have my new squonker from Nigel Moxon SVB. I'll try and show a picture now. Yes, I've got a new squonker coming. I should have been in this vlog, but got called away on Friday to a meeting, and I couldn't pick up my post, which was gutting. So there's that. So there's that. Hopefully there's nothing else. I don't need any more review stuff. But that's just a personal purchase of mine. But details to follow. So if you like the look of the picture, check out the link in the description to Nigel's group. Fantastic mod maker, been doing it ages. I did actually show you a long time ago another one of his mods that I used to have, an SX350 one. Gorgeous, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. A very good modder indeed, and a squonker from him. So yeah, go into that group if you're interested in getting yourself one of those. So that's that. The other thing I was going to talk about, I haven't really thought this through, so this will be interesting. The Patreon thing, right? The Patreon thing. I have no actual interest in that or any kind of funding in any way. However, one thing that's really made me jealous about the Patreon thing, and that is the actual Patreon interface and how it allows you to have a little walled community where you can share little videos, little pictures, and all that sort of stuff. So these vape reviewers that have these Patreons now, they have this private forum to interact with their viewers, with their very keen viewers, and I'm very jealous of that, but not of the actual money changing hands. I'm not interested in that. But it has made me think: is it time for a group? A very, very private, very small vaping Vick group where I can chat to you guys about what to do with the channel and where to take things and what to do about certain stuff and what you want reviewing. I'm more than happy to go and buy a product if enough of you guys want to see a review of it. More than happy to, or even, you know, yeah, or see if it's coming anyway, or I give you an update on it. I can give you an update on, I can do a first impressions on that, you know, loads of little Facebooky videos, first impressions of stuff, so you don't have to wait for the vlog and all that, and just actually some place to sound off on at, you know, where I can say, oh, I'm really annoyed about this that some reviewers are doing, what can I do different to that, or what do you want to see today, or give you a choice of what reviews next, or I really like that, the look of that in the Patreon thing, this sort of walled private community where you and your subscribers can interact. Obviously you can add me on Facebook anyway, there's always a link in the description to that, feel free to do that. You can follow me on Instagram and all that stuff, but I'd like some place to converse, so I'm thinking about doing a very, very private, you would have to literally email me to gain access to the Facebook group, and it might only be 40 people or 30 people, or I will know you from the email if you say my username on YouTube is this, I've been watching you for ages, I'd like to join the private group, and just do it like that, not as a way of marketing the group, because I know, and that's a very sound thing to do, have a Facebook group or a like page to help market your YouTube channel. Not for that purpose at all. An actual little private community for me to glean information from my subscribers. Maybe even post news in there, topics you want on the vlog, things like that. I don't know. This is going around in my head, but let me know in the comments if you would if that private group existed, if you'd want to be in it, just let me know in the comments. Yeah, because I'm really active on my Facebook anyway. You know, that is literally dedicated to posts about this channel anyway. All the videos go up on there and pictures of what's coming up and new stuff that has come in. So that's all going on anyway. And I'm super active in the Ideal Home Show group. That's a semi-public group. You know, you can ask to join that group, and there's over 3,000 people, and I do loads of posts in there as well. So I don't need a group for just general chatting sake. I would like one, you know, for the actual little thing. Has that made any sense? Let me know in the comments. If that private group existed, would you want to be in it? Let's try it. Let's try it. What's the worst can happen? Private little group just for friends of Vick. We'll see. It's just an idea I'm kicking about, because I really like the idea of that. That's the one thing with that Patreon thing. I think it's really cool that they've got a private access only area for their subscribers. So that's that. We'll see. Let me know what you think. That's it though. That's everything I've got for this vlog. So loads of new stuff coming up. Stay tuned. Yeah, I'll try and get all these reviews out, and then we'll do another vlog. I've been Vape, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.